Hello everybody and welcome back to our Summer of Code series. My name is Niall, I'm part of the team here at TA Scotland, and today we're going to be having a look at creating our very own rock, paper, scissors machine. If you have not checked out yesterday's session, please do go and have a wee look at that. We had so much fun and we all worked together to create our very own, I think it was beach footballer. So let's have a wee look now at what we're going to be doing. So the first thing I'm going to need everybody to do is head to this website, please, makecode.microbit.org. Okay, makecode.microbit.org. All you need to do is open up your browser, Edge preferable, and type in this URL. So it's makecode.microbit.org, and that is going to take you to a page that looks something a little bit like this. Okay. So if you need to pause the video there, that's absolutely fine. If not, keep joining in with me and we're going to do this all together. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit and I'm going to head to rock, paper, scissors on the left. After this, if you feel like you want to make your own kind of updated version, please do. You can add in sound from this way. But for today, we're just going to do the standard rock, paper, scissors. Now on the right, it asks, do you want to do blocks, Python, or JavaScript? Today we're going to be doing block coding. So head to blocks and we're going to do this all together. So use the accelerometer and the screen to build a rock, paper, scissors game that your friends can play. Okay, now if you've never been in MakeCode before, up at the very top you have Immersive Reader, and this will read out each of the instructions to you. We're going to be using back and next today to be heading through the different instructions. On the right you also have your help. So if you do need help at any point, watch this. It's got little videos and GIFs for you to follow along. On the left-hand side, you have your MicroBit. So this is your virtual MicroBit, and you can put it in full screen mode by clicking here, and you can come off of full screen mode by clicking there. Okay, so let's go and create our rock, paper, scissors machine. So we've got our on shake ready to go. Let's hit next. Now it says add a hand variable, so we're going to need to create that and place the set hand to block in the shake event. So you'll see it shows us exactly what we need to do. So we need to go to variables because it's red. So we're going to variable and we're going to make a variable and we're going to call it hand, just like it told us. Hit OK. And now we're going to go to set hand to and place it in here. And you'll notice that is exactly what happens here in the video. So let's just watch that and see. Okay, then it starts again. So let's hit next. So that's how we know that we are on the right tracks. So pick a random, add a pick random block to pick a random number between 1 and 3 and store it in the variable named hand. So we're going to store it in here. Okay, so we're going to go to, because it's purple, we go to math, and from here we go pick random, and you'll notice that you get the little red circles and yellow line that appears. So that's just going to snap right into that spot. So we can now change this to 1 and 3, just as it tells us to do up at the top here. Okay, so next, let's find out what happens. Place an if block under the pick random and check whether hand is equal to 1. Add a show LEDs block that shows a piece of paper. The number 1 will mean paper. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to go to logic because it's green, and we need to go to if. So let's click and drag if underneath the pick random. The next thing we need is from within, let's see, what does it tell us to do? We need to go to, Keyman. There we go, down at the bottom shows exactly what we need. So we're needing in there, it's this 0, 1. So we go to logic, and then it's check whether hand is equal to 1. So we put that into here. We change this variable to hand, and we change this one to 1. Okay, let's just double check that that's correct. That is looking correct there. Now we need our blue LED. So I'm going to click on basic because it's blue, show LEDs, and we're going to put show LEDs in here. And now it asks us to turn it into a piece of paper. So let's turn our show LEDs into a piece of paper. Okay, you can click and drag if that makes it a bit quicker for you. The number 1 will now mean paper. So to explain this, when you shake the MicroBit is now going to pick a number between 1 and 3. If that number is 1, it's going to show you the bit of paper. We're now going to repeat this, and we're going to do the same for rock and scissors as well, I believe. Let's see what happens. So click on shake button on the simulator. If you try enough times, you should see a piece of paper on the screen. So we're going to hit on the shake button here, and it's going to pretend to shake the MicroBit for us. And when that MicroBit picks a number, it's going to pick random 1, 2, or 3, it's going to show us a bit of paper if it lands on 1. So let's go shake. There we go. Okay, so let's hit next. Click on the plus button and add an else section. So down here, we're going to go to else. Okay, we've done that now. And now add show LEDs block inside the else. Make a picture of scissors in the LEDs. Okay, so how do they get the scissors to look? Okay, just like that. So let's add in scissors. Oops, nope, in here. Okay, so let's add in our scissors. Let's see, how did they do scissors? They did them like this. And then they crossed over. Is that how they did their scissors? Let's see. Ah, no, they had one in the middle. There we go. Okay, so there's our scissors. They're just on their side. Okay, perfect. And then we hit next. Click on the plus button again and add else if. Okay. Now add a conditional block for hand equals 2. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. So we clicked on the plus. Now we've got our else if. Okay, is in here. And add a conditional block. So like this. So we need a logic, something equals. So we put that in there. And then we need variable hand equals 2. Okay, so we need to put a number 2 in here. Since hand can only be 2 or 3, your code is covering all possible cases. Okay, so now the code is, I wonder if is it going to tell us to put in a picture of, yes, okay, so we're going to get a rock in a second. So to explain this to you, if the, when you shake it, you're going to get it's going to pick a random number between 1, 2, or 3. Okay, 1, 2, or 3. If it's number 1, it's going to show this paper. If it's number 2, it's going to show the rock that we are just about to put in. And if it's anything else apart from 1 or 2, then it's going to show the scissors. Okay, so but in this case, 3 equals scissors. Okay, so that's why we've got an if else. So the next thing we're going to need to do is get more LEDs block and put in the else if, make the picture look like a rock. Okay, so let's go to basic. And we're going to go show LEDs, drag it to else if, and we're going to make it look like a rock. Okay, so now we have 1, if it picks the random number 1, it's going to show paper. Random number 2 is going to show rock. And anything else, it can only be 3 though, is going to show scissors. Okay, now let's hit next. Click on the shake button in the simulator and check to see that each image shows up. So I'm going to click on full screen so we can see easily. So it's just the full screen button here. And then we're going to click shake. So this is going to pretend to shake the MicroBit. So we got paper, we shake it again, we get rock, we shake it again, we get scissors, shake it again, we get rock, scissors, scissors, rock, rock, scissors, rock, paper. Okay, so now that we've done that and we've checked that, if you have a MicroBit, you can now download this to your MicroBit. It's really simple and easy to do. All you need to do is you need to hit download, and from there, it's going to download this to your device. What you can then do is plug in your MicroBit to your device through the USB and click and drag that over to your MicroBit. Or what you can do is you can download directly to the MicroBit as well. Okay, so now that we have our file downloaded, we're going to hit finish. And now you can add in other bits to your MicroBit. So what I'm going to do for paper, in fact, this is where you can add in your sounds. So if you were wanting to add in sounds, feel free to add in some music. So you could play melody. So you could have that if it is paper, that it goes boo. Okay, so there we've got paper. Let's hit done. Let's add in some melody for rock. Maybe rock goes down the way. Okay, and then the last one, maybe we've got scissors, so let's add in some music for scissors. You don't have to do this, this is an added extra. So let's have it going both ways. Oh, we can't have it going both ways, sorry. Let's have it just doing straight across. Okay, like this. Okay, so there's my scissors. Okay, so now when we hit shake, it's going to play the music so we know it's exactly which one it is. Okay. Let's hit shake again. There we go, it takes us to the paper. Okay, so this is how you can, I've pressed that multiple times. So this is how you can add in other blocks in to make it sound really cool and make it your own. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete these. We don't need them. All you need is to have these blocks here. So on shake, set hand to pick random number 1 to 3. If the hand equals 1, show paper. If the hand equals 2, show rock. And if anything else, show scissors. Okay, give that a try. Have a shot at playing that just now. I'm just going to come out of this screen here. Okay, thank you so much to everybody for joining us today. I know that one was a little bit trickier, but don't worry, I think you've got this. Good luck. I would love to see your creations online. So if your teacher does use Twitter, please do get them to tag. Oh no, hold on, it's flipped over. Please do tag me on Twitter at TA Scotland or at Niall Ridgway. Let us see your creations. We would love to see them. And yeah, thank you so much for joining along. Hopefully you've learned something new, and I will see you for future sessions. Cheers. Bye. Just going to find that I forgot to put that intro music there. Outro.